What is going on, guys, and welcome to another live stream. Today we're going to be talking about some of the changes that we're going to be doing to our live stream. I'm going to be bringing it over from Facebook over to YouTube, and just talking about some of the changes there. And then we're also going to be ending up with some Q&A, just real simple, easing it in, getting back into YouTube. So give me one moment here, and that. Hold on here. I think I got some feedback here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Sorry, I'm watching, previewing the live stream as we're going along. So sorry about that, but we're just getting all into it here. So again, we're going to be talking about the live stream and what we're going to be doing, what kind of changes we're going to be doing, and then we're going to end off with some Q&A. So stay tuned, and it's all coming up next. All right, guys, and I just want to welcome you guys to Window Tinting Business, where we strive to inform, inspire, and improve you as a professional. As always, my name is Patrick. I'm a full-time window tinter, instructor, and consultant, and if you're interested in window tinting as a side job to improve your current skills or as a full-on career, start right now by subscribing to the channel. All right, now with that out of the way, we can go in and get in and slide into the live stream here. Let me go ahead and get some of my screens up that I need to see here. For those of you guys that are watching, let me know in the comments. Let me know where you guys are watching from, so I know you guys are out there. Yeah, so I've been doing these live streams for about almost 2 months now, weekly live streams. So if this is your first time, I'm going to be doing live streams every Tuesday, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and I'm going to be setting up an event like you saw today. Hopefully you saw the event in your news feeds on YouTube. So so that's what I'm going to be doing here. As you can see, I've obviously upgraded my equipment, my gear. I did a couple live streams via YouTube, I believe a few months back, but it was just off my phone, and it was like, oh wow. We got Holland in the house. Wow, how you doing? How you doing? It's nighttime. It's almost nighttime here too. So welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the chat. And again, we're going to be doing some Q&As again at the very end. But like I said, I didn't like the phone, so that's why I kind of stayed off of it, and I didn't want to come back to YouTube until I could do it right with the proper gear and equipment, software, hardware, the whole nine. So now we have it, and we're all set. So you can see. Count on seeing consistent live streams every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe. Hit the bell notification if you want to stay up to date with the channel as well. Let's see here. Lincoln, Alabama. What is going on, Andrew? Welcome to the chat. So I don't expect a lot of people just because I haven't done a live stream and I haven't really been very active. I've actually been very active on my Facebook group over at Window Tinting Business, the Facebook group. So that's why I was kind of dabbling around with stuff over there. But you gotta always come back home, you know. And I liked it, but I think I could see the same people, and it was the same. I don't know. I don't think I was getting a lot of penetration as I could on here on my home base. So that's why I am back, and back with a vengeance. Oops. Hit the mic there. Ba, 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 ba. So we're not going to stay on. I'm going to stay on for a little bit. Nothing too crazy. So if you're just watching now, again, my name is Patrick, and this is Window Tinting Business, and this is our Tuesday night live stream. Look all professional on YouTube. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. We're trying to make it look legit here. So everything's looking smooth. Everyone's looking good here. So let me see. Let me see if there's been any changes. Columbus, Ohio. What's up, Jeff? How you doing? Jeff Redmond. Yeah, there we go. Welcome to the crew. So you gotta help me out. Not help me out here. I kind of don't want to touch. It's very touchy. Like every now and then, like I'll be like playing around and seeing how far I can push the software in my equipment, and every now and then it'll like crash. Like the software I was using, like I went from like, I just switched a mode and boop, it fell off and just crashed my entire system. So I'm trying to like not touch it. So I really don't know like how many people are watching or anything like that. All I could see is that I'm monitoring from the chat, and that's all I can see right now. So I don't know if there's 100 people or 5 people in here, but it looks like the comments are starting to reel in here. Salt Lake City, Utah. Robert, welcome. Stamford, Connecticut. Okay. In the UK? Someone all the way from the UK. Lulian from the UK. What's going on, guys? Like I said, guys, we are going to be doing some Q&A at the very end here. Just kind of going here. Typically, what I'll do is in the future, what I'll be doing is I'll be covering a particular topic that I like, and that I think that might be beneficial for everyone to be talking about, obviously. And then what we're going to do is that way it gives enough people enough time to get in and can get some value out of the video. Also, we can transition to a Q&A session afterwards. Those are always fun. I was doing that on Facebook a lot, and we had some really, really good interaction there. But if there are some topics that you would like to cover, please let me know in the comments below. I'm not 100% sure if the comments disappear after the live stream has ended and it goes to the rebroadcast. I think they do. But if not, if they do, just come back afterwards and comment below about a topic that you guys would like to cover, within the window tinting business here. Whoa, got some people rolling in. Not Lulian. Oh, sorry. Oh, Julian. Wow. It looked like an L. Maybe it is an L, but that's not how it's pronounced. Julian from the UK. That is my bad. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Let's actually switch over to a little bit here. That way everyone can see the chat and see what's going on there. I'm gonna move some stuff over here. Hopefully everyone can see the chat now. It'll be up on the screen there. Julian from the UK asked, Patrick, do you have a full training DVD or something like it? As of right now, no. I'm in the works of doing something like that. I've had a couple questions. Keep in mind that I'm transitioning from like a part-time YouTuber that was like kind of posting videos and helping the industry and helping people that want to learn how to window tint, and like I'm gearing it towards being more serious with what I'm doing, trying to help and impact and further my reach. So yes, that is a project that is in the works, but it's not right now. The best thing I can do and say is make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and then all the videos are there. And like I said, I dropped some serious cheddar to upgrade everything. So before this, 100% of the channel was ran by an iPhone. Now I have DSLR cameras, mics, lighting systems. I mean, everything just because I enjoy it. I enjoy what I do, and I enjoy doing this, but I also enjoy window tinting and helping out, so it's a good mesh. So there's going to be other updated videos, maybe some redos of some old videos, just so it's better. The production value is a little bit better, and then the value for you, so that you can really learn and take that into the field. So yes, that's in the works. Mr. Mendez asked, do I have an Instagram account? Oh, very good question. No, maybe I do. One of my very good friends, Robert Oman, I believe started an Instagram for me for window tinting business. I'm not very active in it, but I am going to be starting to be more active in it. What I didn't want to do is when I first started the channel is I didn't want to be on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Snapchat and all the social, because like every time you add one, it's just more and more work. And I don't want to like put something out and then like just totally ignore it, or it never sees the daylight, or never get activity on it. But I am starting to understand and grow and learn that that's not, it's hindering me, because preventing me from reaching out other people that could be out there to bring them into the community and into the area, so and into the group and the channel. So I will be talking to Robert, seeing if that's something he did do, and yeah, I think Instagram, I'll be adding Instagram, and possibly Twitter, because I heard Twitter's a lot easier to do if I wanted to do some Q&As, that like, you know, some Q&A videos and not live Q&A videos. So yeah, that's something that's in the future. Good questions, good personal questions about the channel and different things of that nature too. So those questions are good and and wanted as well. If you guys had any window tinting questions also, you can go ahead and ask that. I'll answer them the best that I can, of course. Yeah, you'd have to stop tinting to have them all. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know what? I was talking with a buddy of mine named Matt just the other day. We were talking about Gary V. If you guys don't watch Gary V or Gary Vanderchuck, his YouTube channel is obviously just exploding, and you've been living under the rock for the last 2 or 3 years or 5 years. But Gary Vanderchuck talks about how, like, he has a podcast, but he doesn't sit down and do a podcast. What he does is he videotapes his entire day and then just takes the audio, rips the audio from there. So I can figure out a way to kind of mainstream everything and be more efficient with all the social media sites. I just got to figure it out because I haven't done it yet. So have I had to do the new model Tesla Model 3 yet? Ooh, that was a mouthful. No, I haven't had the opportunity to do so. The Model X I just recently did. I mean, I think we have all done those. Those are pretty simple, straightforward. The SUV I feel is a little bit more aggressive and labor intensive, especially if you're doing a full front windshield. But even just the side windows, I feel like it's work for sure, just because of the felt liners and different things of that nature, and you're trying to get a clean install. But no, not yet. But because I am in the Tampa area, I see a lot of nice cars: Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Lotuses, Maseratis, all kinds of really nice cars that are in the area. So it won't be long until I see one. So as soon as I do, hopefully I can get a video together and I can show you guys, and we can all learn from that one. Oh, all right. Andrew Inman asked a question: how do you like the Orange Crush versus the Blue Max? So if you watched a lot of my videos or videos in the past, I was a very big fan of Blue Max. Blue Max and Clear Max. Clear Max when you're just starting, especially for the back windows, because it conforms a lot easier to the glass. But I most recently switched from the Blue Max to the Orange Crush. If you guys don't know, I'm a huge fan of the Fusion Tools lineup. From their cards to their blades. I love their blades that go into like the side swipe and the stroke doctor, and their handles. I love their handles. I think one thing that really turned me off from Blue Max and the Clear Max, the Blue Max series lineup, is that I went to see just to take a look and see how much a Clear Max was, and it's almost like $12 or $13, which is not bad, but is expensive for a tint tool, because tint tools are cheap. I mean, I can get a handled Fusion handle for like $15 or $20. So for a blade itself, it's a little steep for me, and I've just been favoring Fusion more. So yeah, and if you guys haven't tried the Orange Crush, feel free to go check them out. Fusion Tools, I believe it is, and go ahead and check them out. You can check them out on Facebook, Instagram as well. All right, got some more questions coming in. All right. What is the best way to cut around the rear view mirror mount? Jeff Redmond asked here. I hope I'm saying it Redmond. Yeah. The best way that I actually did a live stream just last week on Facebook, and that's why I stopped about this particular subject. So to cut around the rear view mirror mount for the windshield, especially if you're doing like a full windshield, you just have to take a light and get as close to the metal as you can without getting into it or cutting too far in where it'll leave like it'll bump up against the base. So some light gaps are gonna happen, but if you're tinting a full windshield, you're probably you're probably at 50% or an air blue 80 or something very, very light. So it's going to be minimal. You won't be able to notice it. But what I do is I'll bring my glare strips, my sun strips, whatever you guys call them, my strips down to the very base. So if here's the bottom of the bracket right here, right, and here it goes, turns up here, and you put the rearview mirror here. I'll put the film right at the very bottom of it, and basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna lay the film over the entire bracket, and you're gonna make a small cut at the top, slit at the top going horizontal, and then you're going to do a vertical slit. So you're going to make like a T, small cut, and then a long slit down the middle. So what that's going to do is it's going to allow you to wrap that film around the edges, and all you have to do is take your blade and cut around the sides, and it's going to hug real nice, real tight. So try that. And if you want a reference video, go ahead and check out Tint Stuff. My buddy Matt, he runs that channel. If you guys haven't checked that channel out, the channel is awesome too. But he does one of it, he's like cutting around the slider of a truck. It's the same concept. Go ahead and check it out. Tint Stuff, another good YouTube channel to watch. And that's basically the same concept. So good question. Good question. All right. Someone asked a question. Have you ever tinted a windshield using 5% tint? And what about side mirrors? No, I've never tinted a windshield at 5%. I definitely do not recommend it. I don't even let people go down to 15% or 20%. Lowest, I think, a windshield personally should be about 30%. That's as low as I think it should be. But, you know, opinions vary throughout the industry. Some people think 50% should be the lowest. Some people think it should only be air 80. So my personal opinion, I think no lower than 30. If you go lower than 30, then you're definitely risking. You're gonna risk it because it's dangerous. Number one, they can't see. I have 20% on my car, and at night when I'm backing into a spot, I have to roll the windows down because I can't see through it. So imagine that on a windshield. You can't see through it. It's very dangerous. So that's my 2 cents on that one. Let me see here. I'm just rifling through the questions here. Julian asked a question. Do you have something like a top heaviest tinting car in your opinion? I'm a little confused about that question. Top heaviest tinting car, like hardest? Did you mean hardest? Let me know in the comments. Hamza asks, is it normal for some tints to look blue-ish from the inside just after installing the film? No. So, no. And tint, not tints, I don't know. It's just a pet peeve of mine. But but what I think is that there's different. It really just depends on the manufacturer and whose film you're purchasing. If some films, even lower grade films, have a tinge of blue. I've seen some high-end films even. I believe Hooper Optic. It has almost like an olivey, like dark greenish kind of hue to it. But no, you should be looking for a charcoal or a smoke, and that should be, yeah, that should work out for you. If it's a little bluish, I would probably, I don't know, I probably wouldn't go for it, in my opinion. Mr. Mendez, thank you very much for all your videos. You edit is really helpful for people like me. Thanks very much for all the tips. Keep going with the videos. Really good work. Thank you. Appreciate it. That's the whole point here. We're trying to help out as well. Inform, inspire, and improve. That is our motto. So I'm trying to do that. Trying to make sure and uplift the entire industry. It's not going to take long. I know it because it's not a huge industry. But I'm definitely going to positively penetrate the industry. I'm really excited about that. Okay, Alex. Alex asked a question. He's from Pennsylvania. What would be your advice to start a small tinting company? It really just depends. That's the beautiful thing about window tinting. The barrier of entry is super cheap. Super cheap. You can get all the necessary tools for less than $100. Throw it in a backpack and get a roll of film for a few $100, $200 to $300. Sometimes a little cheaper, down to, I believe the cheapest film I've ever gotten was like $150, $170, $180 for a roll. But shop around. Obviously, you want to get best value, but also the best, not the best bang for your buck. But the best thing I would say is I would get yourself some tools and some film, and you can hit up Facebook marketing. It's super affordable, super cheap, and really get some target. Go Google how to Facebook market, or YouTube how to Facebook market. Do Facebook marketing, and it'll explain to you. They'll show you videos how to like deeply penetrate and target particular age ranges with particular income brackets, and how much additional money that they may have. The people that you want, the people that want to spend money on tint, those are the people you want to advertise to. But also you can do it super low key and easy. You can go to Walmart and print out cards for yourself you can get about 100 for $5. All you need is a printer, and that's, you can do that and just pass out cards. Join the local chamber of commerce. Talk to your friends and family. Get on Craigslist. You can do it super cheap and super affordable. And you can start maybe just Saturdays or just Sundays, and then Saturdays and Sundays, and start growing from there. And you can make it as big or as small as you want. You want to be a weekend warrior and just make a little scratch on the side? Go for it. Do you want to be a full-time window tinter and have and completely support your family and yourself just through window tinting? Then that's possible too. So you're only limited by yourself and how far you're willing to push yourself and go. So good luck, Alex. And if you ever wanted to bend my ear and talk one-on-one, feel free to email me, windowtintingbusiness@gmail.com, and we can set up some sort of some one-on-one as well. Someone asked, have you ever tinted side mirrors? No, I haven't tinted side mirrors because my windows are typically tinted. So if I tint my mirrors and I tint my windows, then you're blinding yourself, in my opinion. So Lumar. Yep, Lumar. Top 10 cars to tint, hardest cars to tint. That's very subjective, but obviously, Beetles are hard. Old school Corvettes are hard. I wouldn't even say there's top 10. Some cars are not hard. It's just like here's a good example. A Rolls-Royce Wraith is like a 300,000 plus car. So if you mess something up on that car, it's hard because you have to take your time. You have to cover your bases. So no one particular car. I wouldn't say top 10, but I would say the Bug for sure, because the backs are crazy, especially if a turbo, because there's the fin on the very back on the bottom of the glass, so you can't pull the film as you shrink. The old school Corvettes, the one where the glass goes and goes down on the sides, down on the sides, and then the Volkswagen GTI, the 07, 08 is the hardest model to shrink the back window, just the back window. Then the 09 to I think 13 or 14 gets a little bit easier, and then 14 and 15 up is a lot easier, much easier than the 07, 08. If you get an 07, 08, prepare to get if you've never done it before, prepare to go through a lot of film, and don't pre-cut it on a plotter because it's not going to work. I've tried it. All right. All right, Hamaz asked the question, what's your opinion about tinting over already tinted windows, more specifically when you can't get the old tint off? Okay, I wouldn't suggest it because film is designed to stick to glass. So when you take film and put it on top of old film, it's not if it will fall off, but it's just an eventuality of when it will fall off. And that's the question at hand. Also, when we're cleaning glass, you have to scrape it with a razor blade, or scrape it with a razor blade, or use a really a safe scrubby. But you can't really do that with old film because you could damage the old film, but then you leave contamination on the glass. So there's always ways to get the glass. It might not be fun, but there's always ways to get tint off. Always. Use a trash bag method. Go ahead and check out one of my channels. One of my second most popular video, window tinting, removing old tint with a trash bag. To be able to sweat it off, you can take a razor blade on the sides. You can take a razor blade to the back. It'll come off. It depends. It just depends on how much work you're willing to put into it, but it'll definitely come off. What's your opinion about Suntech film? Is okay, bad, opinion, good points. I've never actually used Suntech film, so I cannot confidently talk about it because I just don't know. I only try to speak about things that I know about, that I've done personally myself. So I don't know that, bro. Just why? Yeah, I don't know the answer to that one. But if you go to our group at Window Tinting Business on Facebook, we have, I believe it's 2,400 members on that group, from greenhorn newbies that are just getting into the industry to 20, 30-year established veteran tinters. So go check out the group. Go ahead and join the group. Ask questions there too if I can't answer them for you. Just because you have a whole, and that's the whole point of the group, is that everyone can help everyone and help each other out. Only thing is, make sure to be nice. It is not the Wild West in there. I do run and monitor and check everything that goes through there. So if you're not nice, you get the boot. Fair warning. Have I ever used blackout? Here's someone asked a question. Have you ever used blackout tint on vehicles? Blackouts, I'll use blackout if like there's a really thick defroster, not defroster, like if there's a really thick dot matrix, and it's really thick, and I don't think the film's gonna lay, then I'll use blackout there. But I mean, if you're asking me, do I use blackout on all the windows? No, because clearly you can't see. So no, only with the dot matrix. Alex, thanks again. Oh yeah. Good luck, my friend. It's not going to be that difficult. Believe me, if I can get into this business and be successful, y'all can. I started from a failed landscaping business with, I mean, the old lady was just hounding me to get a job, and I didn't want to get a 9-to-5, so I looked, and I found window tinting. I thought it was interesting, and I just ran with it. And maybe that's why I'm so successful, because I had no other option. And maybe that's why people don't succeed, is because they're doing like their main gig and they're comfortable and they realize that they have to do a little bit of work. I don't know. It's all subjective. But if you want it, you can get it, my friend. Trust me. Just sent a request to join. Welcome to the group. It's awesome. It is an awesome group. Let's see here. What's the best method for taking off window tint in cold climates? Get it indoors. Get the snow off. Use heat guns. You can use heat guns to warm up. If you're going to be sweat, you can essentially still sweat a back window if you're using heat guns and blasting the heat on there, and then kind of blasting the heat on there and warming up the glass and softening up that adhesive. But that would be my best suggestion. Or just don't do removals during the wintertime and do them during the summer. But then I don't like removals at all anyways, just because I'm super OCD and like I have to have like my stuff like perfect. So yeah. Oh, let's check out. All right, looks like we have running some pretty good, running about 35 minutes here. I don't want to do these long live streams, so you're gonna have to make sure to tune in every week. If you guys, once again, if this is your first time watching, my name is Patrick. I'm a full-time window tinter, instructor, and consultant, and this is Window Tinting Business, where we strive to inform, inspire, and improve you as a professional. We're going to be doing live streams every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'll set up an event on YouTube, so hopefully it'll show up in your news feeds. If you're not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, that way you're up to date with the channel as well. But yeah, I don't want to be doing too long of live streams, probably no longer than an hour. I definitely don't want that. But I think 45 minutes to an hour is a real sweet spot. Just because for people that want to watch the rebroadcast, I think it's very important to not like let it drain or drag, I should say. But looks like my software is going well. Looks like everything's moving good and well. Looks like the live stream is good, strong. Yeah. Oh, and I did forget to mention, you should see it. Let me see here. Should be there. Yeah, an easy way to subscribe as well is there's a blue box in the bottom left-hand corner. Go ahead and you can click that button and just you'll be able to subscribe just that easy, like that. But yeah. If there's anything bad or anything that might need some improvement on this live stream, please let me know. I'm, like I said, I am growing and learning and want to be as good as I can be, and if not better, so I can only do that with some constructive criticism. So if at all at any time like my audio is blowing your ears out, you can't hear background music or the visual, the camera's blurry or something, I don't know, just let me know. Real food, real good. What do you tell your customers about dot matrix? The quick breakdown about dot matrix is that it's a ceramic coating that protects the urethane that holds the glass in, and the dots that go from the solid black to the dots to a clear glass. It's just aesthetic purposes, and it's unfortunately sometimes that the film is not designed to stick to that. So I think you're talking about when you like tint a back window and you can see like the border, the outside border. That's totally standard. And you can even tell, you could probably go walk into your parking lot and show your clients or your potential clients and show them other cars that have it. And this just so they feel more comfortable about it. It's all about realistic expectations. If they think it's going to lay down smooth and clean and you say yeah and then it doesn't, that's when you start having problems. But if you proactively inform people of potential hazards or things that could go wrong, they tend to take it a little bit easier. Have you ever installed electric window tint? No, I haven't. Just because I'm not an electrician, and I don't. It's window tint is the most that I do. The electric stuff, I've seen it done in cars, mainly in commercial and residential. But I know you have to like hook it up to like a control board, and like, what if that goes out? Who do you call? Do you call the electrician? Do you call the tinter? Do you call the manufacturer for the tint? Like, I don't know. So I mainly stick to, I just started PPF a few months ago, and I'm really looking forward to excelling in that. And then I dabble with a little bit of flat glass tint, obviously with automotive as well. And then blacking out emblems with Plasti Dip, maybe rims with Plasti Dip. And I'm still looking for a good tail light and headlight tint. I'll be honest with you, I've tried it in the past and I had no luck with it. But I also was doing it through the mentality of a tinter, not a PPF guy. And maybe that now that I know how to manipulate and work with PPF, maybe tinting taillights might become easier for me, but haven't crossed that bridge just yet. No. Question is it okay to use alcohol to clean the window? Will it affect the glue from the film? No, actually, because the alcohol will eventually will clean it better, and it will dry out. I wouldn't do straight alcohol, just fair warning. But I do know tinters that will put alcohol in their solution to help it tack a little bit better. So don't be afraid of alcohol. Just use it sparingly, like a 1 to 10 mixture, or probably less than that even. Not a lot. Not a 10%. Yeah, 1 to 10, 10%, same thing. Okay. For the removal in cold climate, should you use a heat gun and trash bag? Would that work? If so, how long to heat the window? Yes, it would work because I have done it. And you heat the window. It takes usually, if you can get 2 people and 4 heat guns on it, it'll go a lot faster. But with 1 person and 2 heat guns, it'll go obviously not as fast as 2 people with 4, but it'll get there. And you can get it pretty hot. You can get it pretty hot before you blow the glass. I saw a video a year ago or 2 years ago, and someone had a blowtorch on a quarter panel glass. They had it set up. It was just the glass, but a blowtorch about 3 inches away. It still took that blowtorch about 4 minutes before it blew the glass out. So there's no, you would have to be on that back glass for an hour or 2 with 4 heat guns on it to blow that back glass. So as long as it's hot to the touch, you don't want it to burn you. Keep in mind, you don't want it to burn you. So if you put your hand on it and you burn your hand, it's way too hot. But hot to the touch, where it's like, wow, yeah, that's hot. That's how hot you want to get it. Oracle. Yeah, you know what? I haven't had the Oracle 8300, I believe. Oracle 8300. I used Laminex, and you just can't stretch the stuff because it'll pull back. And like I said, I didn't really know exactly what I was doing. I was doing a dry install and a wet install. It was just I was more new. I was still learning how to tint, and I was just trying to take on as much as I can. So it might be different now. PPF. Alex asked what PPF. PPF is paint protection film. It goes on the basically the high impact zones when a car is driving. You know, rocks and pebbles will hit the bumpers, the fenders, the hood, the mirrors. So what you can do is you can put a film called PPF, or paint protection film, on the vehicle itself. It's a clear 8 mil. So window tint is 1.5 mils. It's not that thick at all. It's pretty thin actually. But PPF is an 8 mil thick film that you would put on the car, and it's good money. It's also expensive as well. It's typically not that cheap in materials, but for a basic bumper, partial fenders, partial hood, and mirrors, it typically runs anywhere between $650 and $800 or $850 for something like that, and it should take about a half a day if you're really good. I've seen people do it in 3 or 4 hours, but yeah, if you're interested in PPF, look it up. It's good stuff. B Bravo, yeah. Steamer is a way to go for tint removal. Yes, I do agree with you there. If you try to go with a steamer first and foremost, but if it's hot enough, a trash bag works just as well. You know, there's different ways to skin a cat, so whichever works for you. Steamer works for you, solid. Trash bags work for other people, solid. So as long as people have different tools at their disposal, it's all good, brother. All good. Hamas, is it possible that I'm getting a blue hue from the inside of my window because I tinted over tint? Yes. Very quickly, you can film will eventually, unless it's a color stable film, it will eventually go down to purple. So a black color is the presence of all 3 primary colors: red, yellow, and blue. Yeah, red, yellow, and blue. Bull. So So when the sun is bleaching out, the lightest color will go first will be the yellow, which means you have red and blue left. And when you mix red and blue together, you get purple. That's why tint turns purple. So yeah, most likely a blue hue is because of that old tint, not the new tint. So how does tint hold up on the outside against the elements? Horrible. Horrible. A belt buckle will scratch tint. So it's you don't tint on the outside, you tint on the inside. So all right, guys, I'm going to give it about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this Q&A session and this live stream session. I want to thank everyone for joining us today. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I'm going to be taking a few more questions, and I'm going to be shutting it down and stopping it. But make sure to join us next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, comment below. Let me know if you have any topic suggestions, for sure. Oh, you're speaking of taillights. Inman, yes. Andrew, so you talk about taillights. How does it hold up on the outside against the it holds up pretty good. If you can do it, it holds up really well. Taillight tint holds up solid. It's thicker. It's like a PPF. It's really thick. It's not like a tint. The trick is just getting it on there. Decker, have a good one. 151. Go to bed, my friend. Go to bed next week. Next week, my friend. If you can't tell, I'm here watching the camera, and then I'm over here when I'm reading the comments and whatnot. So don't think I'm just like ignoring you guys. Where'd the chat go? There it is. Last few minutes, y'all. If you have any questions out there, questions, shout outs, comments, criticisms, please let me know. Julian, thank you. Thank you very much, Julian. Appreciate it. Over in the UK, I'm not gonna forget that one. So I'm hoping that I can make you a better tinter, and just keep at it, my friend. Keep at it. You'll be crushing it if you're not already. Andrew, you're welcome. Thank you for joining in. Everyone who has stuck throughout the live stream, I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you very much, y'all, for joining us and staying here with us. And we are going to be doing bigger, better, badder things in the future. If I can do this much stuff with an iPhone, imagine what I can do with actual equipment and stuff. So, yeah. Can I do a video? Yes, I can go ahead and put that in the queue. Hamaz asks, can you do a video of tint removal with all techniques? Yeah, I can do that. The trash bag method is the best method. Other techniques the other techniques would be a steamer and just straight razor blade scraping that stuff off. So yeah, I can do a video on that for sure. So yeah, like I said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up at this time. I really appreciate you all joining us. Make sure to join us next week, Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not part of the Facebook group, go and check us out at Window Tinting Business and request to join, and you can go ahead and check us out and join our community there. You can reach me there, and then also on the YouTube channel as well. So I'm just gonna check and see if there's any other last second. Oh no, I think I closed the chat. So yeah. All right. So yeah. All right, we're gonna close it out, guys. Thanks again, and y'all have a great one. And then until next week, we'll talk soon. Y'all stay easy, and we'll talk soon.